The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has been ruled unconstitutional. Say what? And some have said they are the most powerful bureau in the land with a one-person director with absolute power. Now, lenders are all over this thing because, well, frankly, the CFPB has been tasked with implementing all these new rules that both lenders and realtors love, making lending much more difficult since the CFPB has been in power. Some were good, needed changes, others were not. Realtors don't click out. I'm about to break this thing down for everyone. Matter of fact, everyone should watch this because this ruling seems great on the surface, but it puts a ton more power into the new president's hands. I know we all hate this election and can't stand either candidate, but again, your vote counts more than ever. Why? Well, inside this little ruling was this little nugget. U.S. Court of Appeals stated the CFPB structure is unconstitutional. Great, we all know this. The most powerful bureau in the land, ran by one person, Richard Cordray, probably not the best setup, wouldn't you say? Who, by the way, was a recess appointment. What does that mean? And this is not an episode of House of Cards either. That means that Congress is on a break, say for like a holiday or something, and the president goes in and says, "You, Richard Cordray, you are the new director. All opposed? Oh, nobody, because you're all on vacation? Cool, you get the job." Ah, great call, President. Such a popular decision. You had to do it while nobody was looking. Shocking that the courts found this unconstitutional, right? Remember why they're in court in the first place. The recess-appointed director Cordray increased a fine on a lender, PHH, to the tune of $100 million, on a whim no less. His agency had already handed down a $6 million penalty, and Cordray said, let's just throw in another $100 million penalty. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, PHH fought back and won. Again, guys, this is real life and not an episode of House of Cards, although all this crazy stuff happening during this election kind of has me believing that we are in a real life episode of House of Cards. Such a good show. Talk about art imitating life. Sheesh. So the court does what it's supposed to do and says, not so fast, Director Cordray. Oh, by the way, your whole sitch is unconstitutional. Great, right? We won. Except for the court's solution was to allow the president to dismiss the CFPB director for any reason, arguably making the situation worse by putting the CFPB directly under the control of the White House. As a result, the CFPB is effectively no longer an independent agency, which it's supposed to be. So in short, the independent agency is not independent and the government gets even bigger with even more control than ever before. Awesome, right? And either Trump or Hillary gets to decide who runs this thing in the future. Can someone please ask the obvious question, why wouldn't this be set up with some sort of checks and balances, like a 5-person commission versus a 1-person dictatorship? Anyone? I mean, really? Real estate and lending need stability more than ever. And I am sorry to add more pressure on your vote this year because I'm sure most of us just don't want anything to do with it, but it's a bigger decision now because of all of this. Case in point, in the court's ruling, Judge Brett Kavanaugh argued that the CFPB has a unique setup unlike any other federal agency, and he concluded that an agency could be independent of the administration only if it had a commission structure or some other limitations on its power, arguing that the CFPB director was more powerful than any other government official except the president. You see what I'm saying? The CFPB director is more powerful than any other government official. Kind of makes this an important decision, and I don't know about you, but I don't feel comfortable with either Trump or Hillary making that call. We have to get this industry privatized again. If you think things are bad now, just wait until the CFPB is an executive branch of the government with the director answering straight to the president. These guys make a mess out of everything they touch. The CFPB, Fannie, and Freddie all need to be independent of them so we can get back to make sense decisions and so they can also stop siphoning money from our borrowers to fund other unrelated government projects. When you think about it, we all are kind of living in a real life episode of House of Cards. That's not good.
Everywhere I go, they be like,